In the Ming Dynasty, court women observed very strict social norms. Since the court women were all women of the king in concept, they could never have sexual relations with other men. If a court woman was caught having an affair, she would be sentenced to death immediately. The peculiar thing is that even if the court lady was pregnant, she was executed immediately. In the Ming Dynasty, court girls and women were selected by eunuchs from among the daughters of law-abiding citizens around February every year and were around the age of 10. At the time, the court girl and woman candidate had bad body odor, was not in good health, and was eliminated if she was too pretty. At the court, people feared that the court girl might become the emperor's concubine. However, the Qing emperor changed the age range from 13 to 25 out of pity for the court women. This change meant that when she turned 25, each court woman could go out, get married, and live as a civilian. Therefore, while the number of court women in the Ming Dynasty had been about 9,000, in the Qing Dynasty, the number was reduced to about 500. The Qing emperors did not have court women in their residences, only the emperors and the royal concubines. There was strict hierarchy among the court women who had to stay in the palace for a long time. But in the Qing Dynasty, there were no ranks, only the younger court women and the old court women. The court women of the Ming and Qing dynasties had no outings or vacations at all. Therefore, the only way to meet their families was to invite them to the palace. In the Ming and Qing dynasties, where dating and romantic relationship was strictly forbidden for court women, these women had homosexual relationship with each other to appease their loneliness. The court women of Ming and Qing, who were chosen by the emperor, had to take off their clothes and go naked when they went to the emperor's bedroom. This policy was for the safety of the emperor, as the court lady would not be able to hide a weapon somewhere on her body. Even if a court lady got pregnant by the emperor, she could not have a child at will. When the pregnancy was confirmed, a eunuch asked the emperor if he wanted her to give birth, and if the emperor approved, she could give birth to his descendant. If the emperor didn't approve, the court lady had to have an abortion in some way and never have sex with the emperor again. In the Ming Dynasty, when the emperor died, the court women who were nearby had to be buried alive together with the emperor. Otherwise, they were made to commit suicide and go with the emperor. In this case, the court ladies who were about to die were served delicious food and hung themselves by the neck to end their lives. In ancient times, when a high-ranking person such as a king or nobleman died, his wives and slaves were sometimes buried with livestock at the funeral. When a king died, his servants, maids, or court women were also buried with him. In some cases, they died voluntarily, but most appeared to have been killed by force. This funeral method was practiced throughout the ancient society of the East and West.